The Stoics, during their long and meaningful lives, mastered the art of human behavior and psychology, particularly when it comes to interactions with the opposite sex. They understood that confidence, composure, and awareness are key when it comes to social interactions, especially in moments of interest and attraction. When a girl looks at you, it's not just a fleeting glance, it's an opportunity, a moment where the dynamic of attraction is in play. How you respond in these crucial seconds can make all the difference. In this episode, we're diving deep into the psychology of what to do when a girl looks at you. From maintaining your composure to making the right moves, each chapter will guide you through the steps to turn a simple look into a meaningful connection. So, make sure to watch the video until the end, and don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share your stories if you've ever experienced this. Chapter 1. Don't freak out, embrace it. When you catch a girl looking at you, it can feel like the world suddenly shrinks, leaving just the two of you in that shared glance. Your heart might race, your palms might sweat, and 1,000 thoughts could flood your mind in an instant. This reaction is completely normal. It's a blend of excitement, curiosity, and perhaps a bit of anxiety. But here's the key: don't let that initial rush of adrenaline make you lose your cool. The Stoics, with their emphasis on maintaining control and composure in every situation, offer valuable wisdom here. They teach us that in moments of heightened emotion, the first step is to breathe and steady yourself. The act of a girl looking at you is laden with meaning. It's not just a random occurrence, it's a moment of potential, a signal that you've piqued her interest in some way. Whether it's your appearance, the way you carry yourself, or even something as subtle as your energy, something about you has captured her attention. Embrace this reality. Recognize that this glance is a silent compliment, a non-verbal acknowledgement that you've made an impression. And that's a powerful thing. But the true strength lies in how you respond to it. Imagine this scenario: you're in a crowded room and you catch a girl's eye. If you immediately start to fidget, avoid eye contact, or show visible signs of nervousness, what message does that send? It tells her that you're uncomfortable, unsure, and possibly lacking in confidence. Now, contrast that with a different reaction. Instead of freaking out, you take a deep breath, maintain steady eye contact, and perhaps offer a subtle, confident smile. This response is grounded in self-assurance and control, qualities that are incredibly attractive. Women are naturally drawn to men who exude calmness and control. It's a signal that you're comfortable in your own skin, that you're someone who doesn't easily get rattled. This kind of composure is a key component of what the Stoics would call tranquility of the mind, a state where you're not easily swayed by external circumstances, but remain grounded in your own sense of self. When you embody this tranquility, you project a confidence that is magnetic. Overthinking in these moments is your worst enemy. The more you analyze why she's looking at you, what she might be thinking, or what you should do next, the more you trap yourself in a web of self-doubt. Instead, take the Stoic approach, focus on what you can control, your reaction. The power of this approach lies in its simplicity. By staying present, by not letting your mind spiral into 100 different directions, you allow yourself to fully embrace the moment. Imagine this encounter as a dance of sorts. Her look is the first step, an invitation of sorts. Your response, composed, confident, and relaxed, is the next. If you freak out or overreact, it's like stumbling on the dance floor. But if you embrace the moment, you're telling her that you're someone who's not easily thrown off balance, someone who can match her energy with a calm, steady presence. So, when you catch her eye next time, remember the Stoics. Channel that inner calm, let your confidence shine through, and don't be afraid to embrace the moment. Smile subtly, hold the eye contact for just a bit longer than usual, and let her see that you're someone who's in control, someone who's worth knowing. This doesn't just make you more attractive in that moment, it sets the stage for a deeper connection, should the opportunity arise. The beauty of this approach is that it's not about trying too hard or putting on a show. It's about being authentically yourself, but the best version of yourself, the version that is unshaken by a simple glance. By mastering this, you're not just responding to a look, you're embracing an opportunity with confidence and grace, qualities that are timelessly appealing. In conclusion, don't freak out when a girl looks at you. Embrace it as a moment of recognition and opportunity. Maintain your composure, project confidence, and let your calmness speak volumes. This approach, rooted in Stoic wisdom, not only makes you more attractive in the moment, but also sets a powerful tone for any future interactions. Chapter 2. Take 5 seconds. Once you've managed to stay calm and composed when a girl looks at you, the next step is to allow yourself and her a moment to fully process what's happening. This might sound counterintuitive, but taking a brief pause, a mere 5 seconds, can make a world of difference. The Stoics believed in the power of deliberate action, and this short pause aligns perfectly with that philosophy. It's not about hesitation, but rather about being intentional with your response. Why 5 seconds? Because in those moments, you're giving yourself time to gather your thoughts, maintain your composure, and project the right energy. It's also giving her the chance to see how you handle that initial connection. Those few seconds can feel like an eternity, but in reality, they're just enough time to let the tension build in a way that is exciting rather than awkward. Here's how it works. After catching her eye and embracing the moment, take a slow, deep breath. Count to 5 in your head while maintaining subtle eye contact. This small pause gives you the opportunity to gauge her reaction, to see if she holds your gaze or looks away. If she continues to look at you, even if just for a few seconds longer, it's a sign that there's potential interest on her part. This pause also allows you to project a calm and confident demeanor. Rather than rushing into action or overthinking what to do next, you're giving off the impression that you're in control of the situation. This is incredibly attractive to women, as it shows that you're not desperate or overly eager, but rather you're comfortable and secure in your own presence. Taking those 5 seconds is also a way to slow down the pace of the interaction. In a world where everything seems to move at lightning speed, slowing things down can create a sense of intimacy and connection that is often missing in fleeting encounters. It shows that you're not in a hurry, that you're present in the moment, and that you're someone who values meaningful connections. Furthermore, this brief pause is a way to avoid any knee-jerk reactions that might come off as awkward or unpolished. It gives you time to plan your next move, to decide whether you want to continue the interaction or simply enjoy the moment for what it is. The Stoics believed in the power of self-control, and by taking these few seconds, you're practicing the discipline in a way that is subtle yet effective. This strategy is also about reading the room, so to speak. If she breaks eye contact or seems disinterested, those 5 seconds can help you decide whether to pursue further interaction or not. It's a way to protect your own confidence and avoid unnecessary embarrassment. On the other hand, if she smiles or gives you any indication that she's interested, you'll know that it's time to make your next move. Ultimately, this brief pause is not about playing games or trying to manipulate the situation. It's about giving both yourself and the other person the space to let the moment unfold naturally. By taking these 5 seconds, you're showing that you're someone who is thoughtful, deliberate, and in control. These are qualities that women find incredibly appealing, and they can set the tone for a positive interaction moving forward. In conclusion, when you catch a girl's eye, take a moment, 5 seconds, to be exact. Use this time to gather your thoughts, project confidence, and allow the interaction to develop naturally. This small pause can make a significant difference in how you're perceived and can help set the stage for a deeper connection. By embracing this Stoic approach to deliberate action, you're not just reacting to a moment, you're taking control of it in a way that is both attractive and empowering. Chapter 3. Show off your forearms. Once you've taken a few seconds to assess the situation and maintain your composure, it's time to subtly amplify your attractiveness. One of the most underrated yet powerful ways to do this is by showcasing your forearms. It might sound simplistic, but there's a psychological and evolutionary basis for why women find forearms, especially strong, defined ones, so appealing. The Stoics, though not concerned with physical vanity, understood the importance of presence and appearance in the way others perceive us. Showing off your forearms isn't about vanity, it's about demonstrating strength, competence, and readiness. Historically, exposed forearms were associated with physical work, protection, and the ability to handle tasks with precision and care, traits that are subconsciously attractive to many women. In today's context, the sight of muscular, well-defined forearms can still evoke a sense of strength and capability. When you subtly display your forearms, whether by rolling up your sleeves or casually resting your arms in a way that highlights them, you're sending a non-verbal cue of physical fitness and readiness. This isn't just about aesthetics, it's about signaling that you're someone who can handle challenges, someone who is not afraid of hard work, and someone who is reliable and strong. The key to showing off your forearms is subtlety. It's not about flexing or making it obvious, it's about creating a natural opportunity to showcase this feature without drawing unnecessary attention to it. For example, if you're in a casual setting, rolling up your sleeves can be both practical and attractive. If you're holding a drink or adjusting something, positioning your arms in a way that highlights their strength can make a significant impact. Women are often drawn to these subtle displays of masculinity because they evoke feelings of safety and attraction. The sight of strong forearms suggests that you're someone who can provide protection and support, which can be incredibly alluring. Moreover, these displays are often perceived as more genuine than overt attempts to showcase other physical attributes. They're less about showing off and more about simply being strong, capable, and confident. This tactic also ties into the Stoic principle of natural action. The Stoics believed that one should live in harmony with nature, acting in ways that are authentic and unforced. By naturally displaying your forearms in appropriate situations, you're aligning with this principle. You're not forcing anything, you're simply allowing your physical presence to speak for itself. In addition, showcasing your forearms can also convey a sense of approachability. Unlike more aggressive displays of strength, such as flexing muscles or standing in a dominant posture, showing your forearms is a more subtle, less intimidating way to display your physical attributes. It's a balance of strength and gentleness, which can make you more attractive and approachable. There's also an element of confidence in this action. By subtly highlighting your forearms, you're showing that you're comfortable in your own skin and that you're aware of your strengths without feeling the need to boast about them. This quiet confidence is something that women find highly appealing. It suggests that you're secure in yourself and that you don't need to rely on flashy displays to make an impression. In conclusion, when a girl looks at you, one effective way to subtly enhance your attractiveness is by showing off your forearms. This isn't about vanity or showing off, it's about naturally highlighting a physical trait that signals strength, capability, and reliability. By doing so in a way that is subtle and natural, you're not only making yourself more attractive, but also conveying a sense of confidence and self-assurance that is deeply appealing. Chapter 4. Read the room. As you progress through these interactions, it's important to always stay aware of the social dynamics around you. This concept, often referred to as reading the room, is about understanding the unspoken cues and signals that people give off in social settings. The Stoics were masters of observation, always paying attention to the world around them in a calm and measured way. Similarly, when you're engaging with a girl who's shown interest in you, it's crucial to be aware of the environment and the broader context. Reading the room involves noticing not just how she's reacting to you, but also how others are interacting around you. For example, if you're at a party or a social gathering, observe how she's engaging with others. Is she making a lot of eye contact with you, but not much with others? Does she seem more animated when you're nearby? These are positive signs that she's interested in you. However, it's equally important to recognize when the moment isn't right to pursue further interaction. If she seems distracted, if her friends are pulling her away, or if she's giving you short, polite responses, it might be a signal that she's not interested in engaging further at that time. The Stoics would advise not to force any interaction. Instead, go with the flow and respect the natural rhythm of the social setting. Another key aspect of reading the room is being aware of your own behavior. Are you dominating the conversation, or are you allowing space for her to speak and express herself? Are you being too forward, or are you giving her the opportunity to take the lead in the interaction? Balancing your assertiveness with respect for her boundaries is crucial. Reading the room also means understanding the social cues that might indicate how she's feeling. Is she comfortable, or does she seem a bit uneasy? If you notice that she's fidgeting, looking away frequently, or checking her phone, it might be a sign that she's not fully engaged in the interaction. On the other hand, if she's leaning in, making consistent eye contact, and engaging with you actively, these are strong indicators that she's interested and comfortable. In addition to reading her cues, it's important to consider the context of the setting. If you're in a loud, crowded place, she might be less likely to engage in a deep conversation, even if she's interested. In such a scenario, suggesting to move to a quieter area might be a good move. On the other hand, if you're in a more intimate setting, like a quiet bar or a small gathering, you might have more opportunities to connect on a deeper level. By being attuned to the environment and the social dynamics at play, you can make more informed decisions about how to proceed. The Stoics believed in acting with wisdom and discernment, and reading the room is a perfect example of applying those principles in a modern social context. Ultimately, reading the room is about being present and aware, not just of her reactions, but of the overall social atmosphere. By doing so, you're not only making sure that you're engaging with her in a way that's comfortable and respectful, but you're also increasing your chances of a positive outcome. It's about being adaptable and responsive, qualities that are attractive in any social interaction. In conclusion, after you've embraced the moment, taken your pause, and subtly showcased your physical presence, the next step is to read the room. Be aware of the social dynamics, her reactions, and the context in which you're interacting. This will help you navigate the situation with confidence and poise, making you not just more attractive, but also more attuned and respectful in your interactions. Chapter 5. Mirror her movements. After successfully navigating the initial stages of interaction, one powerful technique to further build rapport and connection is to subtly mirror her movements. This psychological tactic, known as mirroring, is based on the idea that people naturally gravitate towards others who are similar to them. When done correctly, it can create a sense of familiarity and comfort, making her feel more connected to you. The Stoics valued harmony and alignment with the natural order, and mirroring can be seen as a way of aligning yourself with another person's rhythm and energy. It's about creating a subtle, non-verbal connection that makes the other person feel understood and in sync with you. Mirroring her movements doesn't mean copying her every action like a mime. It's about reflecting her body language in a subtle and natural way. If she leans in, you might lean in slightly as well. If she takes a sip of her drink, you could do the same shortly after. The key is to keep it subtle and not make it obvious that you're mirroring her. This technique works because it taps into the human brain's tendency to recognize and respond positively to familiarity. When you mirror someone's movements, you're subconsciously signaling that you're on the same wavelength, that you understand her, and that you're in tune with her energy. This can make her feel more at ease and more inclined to open up to you. Another aspect of mirroring is matching her tone of voice and energy level. If she's speaking softly and calmly, you might lower your voice slightly to match hers. If she's animated and enthusiastic, you can increase your energy level to mirror hers. This creates a sense of rapport and makes the conversation flow more naturally. Mirroring can also help in building trust. When someone feels that you're in sync with them, they're more likely to feel comfortable around you and trust you more. This is because mirroring is a non-verbal way of showing empathy and understanding, which are key components of building trust in any relationship. It's important to note that mirroring should be done naturally and without overthinking it. If you're too focused on trying to mirror her every move, it can come off as forced and insincere. Instead, focus on being present in the moment and let the mirroring happen naturally as you respond to her cues. In addition to physical mirroring, you can also mirror her words and phrases. For example, if she uses a particular word or phrase frequently, you might use it as well in your responses. This can create a sense of shared language and further enhance the feeling of connection. However, it's important to maintain your own identity and not lose yourself in the process of mirroring. The Stoics believed in being true to oneself, and while mirroring is a powerful tool for building rapport, it should not be done at the expense of your own authenticity. The goal is to create a connection while still being true to who you are. In conclusion, after you've embraced the initial eye contact, taken a pause, showcased your forearms, and read the room, the next step is to subtly mirror her movements. This powerful technique can help you build rapport, create a sense of familiarity, and deepen your connection with her. By doing so in a way that is natural and authentic, you're not only making her feel more comfortable and connected to you, but also demonstrating that you're someone who is in tune with her energy and presence. Chapter 6. Create a playful interaction. Once you've established rapport by mirroring her movements, it's time to introduce a bit of playfulness into the interaction. This chapter focuses on creating a light-hearted, fun atmosphere that allows both of you to relax and enjoy each other's company. The Stoics recognized the importance of balance in life, and in social interactions, balancing seriousness with playfulness can make a significant difference. Creating a playful interaction is about adding a touch of humor, teasing, or light banter into the conversation. It shows that you're confident enough to joke around and that you don't take yourself too seriously. Women often find men who can make them laugh more attractive because it signals confidence, social intelligence, and the ability to make them feel good. To start, you can gently tease her about something she said or did in a way that's obviously not meant to offend. For example, if she mentions that she loves a particular type of music, you could playfully challenge her taste by saying, "Really? I would have pegged you as more of a classical music fan." The key is to keep the tone light and avoid anything that could be interpreted as mean-spirited. Another way to inject playfulness is through a bit of friendly competition. If you're both into a particular hobby or activity, you could challenge her in a fun way. For instance, if she's into sports, you might say, "I bet I could beat you at sport, but I'll go easy on you." This type of banter creates a playful dynamic that can make the interaction more engaging. Body language also plays a crucial role in creating a playful interaction. Smiling, maintaining good eye contact, and using expressive gestures can all help convey a fun and lively energy. Just be mindful of her reactions. If she's responding positively, keep going, but if she seems uncomfortable or uninterested, dial it back. Storytelling is another tool to add playfulness to the conversation. Share a funny or amusing story from your life, something that's self-deprecating or highlights a humorous situation. This not only entertains, but also makes you more relatable. People are drawn to those who can laugh at themselves and share moments of vulnerability. It's important to note that playfulness should never cross the line into disrespect or insensitivity. The Stoics believed in treating others with dignity and respect, and this principle should guide your interactions. Always be aware of her boundaries and be quick to back off if she seems uncomfortable with the playful tone. Finally, remember that the goal of creating a playful interaction is to build a connection through shared laughter and lightheartedness. It's not about trying too hard to be funny or impress her, but rather about being genuine and enjoying the moment together. When done correctly, playfulness can deepen the rapport you've established and set the stage for a more meaningful connection. In conclusion, after you've mirrored her movements and built initial rapport, Chapter 6 is all about introducing a playful element to your interaction. By teasing, joking, and sharing light-hearted moments, you're showing her that you're confident, fun to be around, and capable of creating a positive and enjoyable atmosphere. Just like the Stoics balance their serious philosophy with moments of joy, you too can balance your interaction with the right amount of playfulness. Chapter 7. Go talk to her. Now that you've successfully navigated through the initial stages of attraction, it's time for the most crucial step, actually going up to her and starting a conversation. All the previous steps have been building up to this moment. The Stoics would argue that true courage is not the absence of fear, but the ability to act in spite of it. This chapter is all about taking that bold step forward with confidence and purpose. By now, you've made eye contact, taken a moment to compose yourself, subtly showcased your physical presence, read the room, and even mirrored her movements. These actions have all served to create a foundation of attraction and rapport. But none of it matters if you don't take the initiative to bridge the gap and start a conversation. Approaching a woman who has shown interest in you doesn't have to be a nerve-wracking experience. In fact, with the groundwork you've laid, it should feel like a natural progression. The key is to approach with confidence, but not arrogance. Remember, you're not just approaching her to impress her, you're engaging in a mutual interaction where both of you are on equal footing. Start by walking up to her with a relaxed posture. Your body language should convey openness and approachability. Keep your shoulders back, your head up, and a slight smile on your face. When you get close enough, make eye contact again, this time accompanied by a friendly greeting. A simple "Hi, I noticed you from across the room and wanted to say hello" can go a long way. The Stoics believed in speaking clearly and with intention. When you approach her, your tone should be calm and confident. Speak in a way that shows you're genuinely interested in getting to know her, not just in impressing her. Your goal is to create a comfortable and engaging conversation where both of you feel at ease. One effective way to break the ice is to comment on something in the environment or a shared experience. For example, if you're at a social gathering, you could say, "This place has a great vibe, doesn't it?" Or, "I couldn't help but notice you were enjoying the music too." These types of comments are neutral, non-threatening, and provide an easy way to start a conversation. As the conversation progresses, be sure to listen actively. Ask open-ended questions that encourage her to share more about herself. Show genuine interest in her responses, and don't be afraid to share a bit about yourself as well. The Stoics value dialogue and the exchange of ideas, so think of this conversation as an opportunity to connect on a deeper level, rather than just small talk. It's important to remain present during the conversation. Avoid distractions, such as checking your phone or looking around the room. Your focus should be on her and the interaction at hand. This not only shows respect, but also increases the chances of building a meaningful connection. If the conversation is going well and you sense that there's a mutual interest, don't hesitate to suggest continuing the conversation in a different setting. For example, you could say, "I'm really enjoying talking with you. How about we grab a coffee sometime?" This shows that you're interested in getting to know her better and are confident enough to suggest a follow-up meeting. However, if she doesn't seem interested or gives you signals that she's not in the mood to talk, it's important to gracefully accept it and move on. The Stoics believed in accepting things that are beyond our control, and in this case, her reaction is something you cannot force. Politely end the conversation with a smile and move on, knowing that you took the initiative with confidence. In conclusion, after you've laid the groundwork with subtle signals and built rapport, the final step is to go up and talk to her. This requires confidence, courage, and the ability to engage in a meaningful conversation. By approaching her with the right mindset and attitude, you're not only making the most of the opportunity, but also demonstrating the qualities that the Stoics revered: confidence, clarity, and the ability to act with purpose. In this episode, we've learned how to handle the moment when a girl looks at you with confidence and composure, just as the Stoics would advise. By not freaking out, taking a few seconds to collect yourself, and responding with subtle cues or direct action, you can turn a simple glance into a meaningful interaction. Remember, attraction is about how you carry yourself in the moment. The next time you catch her eye, embrace it with calm confidence, take the initiative, and create a connection. If you found this episode helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your own stories in the comments. Thanks for watching, and keep practicing these principles to make every moment count.